no more, Alexa. I can't do this. Oh, thank goodness. We've come to our 90 seconds. We've come to our 90 seconds. All right. Because I couldn't do much more of that. I couldn't. We might have gotten disconnected because hold on. Are we back? Okay. I don't know. You all need to let me know if we are back. Because my Wi-Fi disconnected in the middle of the broadcast and I just had to go unplug and replug. So I don't know whether or not we're back or not. But I see comments on the screen. If we're back, put up a number 1. Okay. Tisha says we're back now because we got bumped off in the middle of the broadcast. So we were in the middle of Alexa's song. Alexa, I blame you. let me let me shoot. Alexa, I blame you. Okay, listen. I realized that so I'm hardwired in and the computer was connecting via Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi was unstable. And I don't know what happened with the hard wire, but I just had to take the hard wire out and put it back in again. Gloria says YouTube be hating on my dance moves. That's what I'm thinking too, because I was getting down with the get down when all of a sudden we got bumped off. We got bumped off. But you know what? That song was so. Alexa, I don't know what was going on with you and that song. I tried my very best. We only had to do 90 seconds anyway. I tried my very best. How funny. Child, okay. So, nonetheless, we're back. Before we got bumped off, we had to get up and do a little movement break so that we could move. And then, I mean, the song was wilding, but you know, that's what you all wanted to hear. So I tried. Or it, you know what? It doesn't even matter what the song is, as long as you're moving. As long as you're moving. Gloria's saying, I know this has to be annoying, especially when it takes a lot energetically to make a video. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so what I am trying to do is what we're going to do is I'm going to open up the phone lines for anybody who wants to call in. If not, you could just write in the comments and I'll just respond to you all in the comments. I'm trying to find, oh, here, refresh. Refresh. All right. Hey, Perry, welcome back. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Okay. Listen. Thank goodness cuz you know, sometimes we be undressing between takes, so thank goodness cuz you never know cuz I was a little frazzled for a second. So nonetheless, I'm going to open up the phone lines. All right. Phone lines are open 323-488-3149. We're just going to shoot the breeze for a little bit. But you know what I was able to do? I was able to turn off the Wi-Fi altogether from my computer so that, and then I realized that that's when I realized there was a problem with the plug. So I've been wondering why over the past week, like the Zoom meetings I was in, it was like your internet is unstable. And I'm surprised that we've been able to broadcast and stuff on the Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is so weak. You know what I mean? You see there's a big delay. There's a big delay now. I'm just now starting to see the ones on the screen. So there's a huge delay right now, but we are back. And so you know what? I wonder if we should just start the broadcast over because of the delay, but no, you know what? We don't have to. 323-488-3149. You can call in if you want to talk, and we can go from there. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm your host, Tonya TKO. Alexa be hating. Alexa is actually a person in the chat today. So, that is what that was. All right. So, as I was saying before, I had been going through some stuff, even though there was no reason for me to be. I mean, there's always a reason that a person could be sad, just like there's always a reason that a person could be happy. So I chose to give myself a little herbal, a little herbal pick me up in the form of St. John's wort. You can get some at your local health food store. Just do your own research if that is something that you're interested in doing. Okay? So, phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I'm just looking to see how you all are doing. This broadcast is really only about you all. All right. We're going to come back with the topics soon. Hopefully, I'll be able to broadcast tomorrow. I've been just really, because when I'm sad, I like to just continue to just move through it. I like to journal and try to figure out the trigger for my sadness and stuff like that. So I've been really just concentrating on just lifting my mood, lifting my spirit. I started watching this show last night, and the show is really interesting. I'm only up to like the third or fourth episode, but it really makes you think about the time that you have on earth and the things that are keeping you back from just living. And so there's this show on Prime called Forever, and it has Maya Rudolph. She's from Saturday Night Live, and her co-star is from Saturday Night Live as well. And it's an interesting show, because basically I don't want to give too much of it away, but it really begs to question, what is life? What do you have to lose? What are you waiting for? How are you choosing to live? And what happens when all of your abandon is taken away? So I'm watching this, and it's giving me like all of these things to think about and contemplate about life. And so it's been really interesting, because you all know I had all of the programs and platforms last year. I had an associate who who ran a hospitality business. And because this person ran a hospitality business, they gave me access to all of their platforms, etc. And I did not nurture the connection in a way that would allow the connection to continue forward. So I got cut off. I got cut off. And so now all I have is Prime. So me and Prime are going to have to make it work somehow. We're going to have to make it work. Shanti also got bumped out. Oh, Cookie Confidant. Welcome. So the phone lines are open. I'm taking phone calls right now. I feel like I'm peaking. Peak, peak. Hello, test, test. Let me just turn this down just a little smidge, just to make sure I don't peak out. Island girl, I'm doing well, thank you. But I am here to see how you all are doing. Cookie Confidant, if you have the ability, you can call in. The number is right here on the screen, 323-488-3149. Sean T, you're the one whose brother passed away, correct? If you are able, call in and let's talk real quick. Shanti loves my sweater. I got this on my healing journey. I was out in Arizona, in Sedona, and I had a vision of a sweater that was indicative of the region. So I wanted a sweater that had purples and orange and blue and dark, and I even saw a little bit of turquoise. For those of you calling it turquoise, the people that I was rolling with, the Bedouins in the Middle East, which are quote unquote gypsies of the Middle Eastern desert, the Bedouins were calling it turquoise. So since then, I've been calling it turquoise. I'm not going to go to your cheap English pronunciations. So I envisioned this sweater. And so back in those days, I was going on healing walks every day. And I just so happened to be I happened to pass by a thrift store. And I went to the thrift store and I was like, oh, let me just give it a try. And I looked at the first rack and it wasn't there. And I felt drawn to this rack in the back. And I pulled a sweater open. It wasn't it. And then I just started going boom, boom, boom through huge chunks. And by the time I got to like the third chunk, it was right there. My sweater. And I knew that it was my sweater. And it was quite inexpensive. I tried it on, it fit, and I walked out of there with the sweater on. And allowed, I allowed nature to just bring me to it. Oh no, Alexa's family is in a country with a civil war. Oh, you know what? Let me let me say this, right? Let me say this because in 2017 after the hurricanes, I went to Puerto Rico to help out, right? And there was no internet, there was no way to connect with the mainland. And so it seemed like the world was ending, right? And I couldn't get in touch with my family. And I didn't know whether my family was all right. And I know that it was tremendously difficult to do anything with this worry. You know, I was talking to a young person the other day, and I was explaining to this young person that that they have to monitor their use of the internet because these devices are very addictive. And the young person was like, I'm not addicted to my device because my mother takes my device from me all the time, and I'm fine. However, it wasn't until I was in that situation where I couldn't get in touch with my family that I realized how device dependent I had become and that I am. And so, Alexa, to you, the only thing that I can say to you is that you must find a way to find stillness because, hold on, let me just pick up this call real quick. You're in your live with Tonya. Hold on for just one moment, please. Hold, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't I don't think the person can. I'm not able to hear you, so we might have a connectivity issue. I need to check my settings. But let me just finish what it is that I was saying to Alexa, right? You have to come into a place of stillness and you have to realize, right, that there is an order to life that divine intelligence has designed and that your worry is not going to change things for the better. What you must do is concentrate on a positive outcome. And I'll pull out my bell in a little while and we'll do some visualization, right? So Shanti is going to call. She's going to be home in about 10 minutes. I just need to check my settings and make sure that, okay, so the ringing is supposed to come in through my headset. Speakers, that one, okay. And then the microphone is supposed to be that. The speakers are supposed to come there. The microphone is supposed to be, oh, why is the microphone saying that? No, no, no. Here. This should be the microphone. All right. So let me see. Okay, good. Good. All right. So, oh, you're on your live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Shannon from
Uh-oh.
Green Bay.
Give me just one moment. I'm trying to fix my audio because I'm not able to hear you. Give me just one moment, please.
Okay.
I guess I should have testing. I guess I should have tested the new settings because darn.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh, I hear you now. Okay, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I need you to listen to me through the phone, okay? Because there's a huge delay with the broadcast. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so talk to me. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Shannon. I'm calling from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Okay, so welcome, welcome. So you all just traded Simone Biles' husband. I guess you all wasn't feeling him. Mm, mm, mm.
We just what?
You all just traded Simone Biles' husband.
Oh, is was he a Packer player?
Damn, people don't even
I don't
know.
keep up with all that stuff.
Damn, damn, damn. All right, so go ahead, talk to me. What's up, Shannon?
Well, a lot is up actually. I'm working. I'm really working through a lot of traumas right now.
Mm,
And it's crazy. So I was just sitting here, journaling about all of this stuff, and then you're like, "Let me check in on you guys." So I figured I'd call. Maybe you can help
okay.
me work through a little bit of it.
So what professional are you working with to work through your traumas? Do you have a therapist?
No, I don't currently have a therapist. I do have a life coach that I work with.
Okay.
And something that this is something that came up maybe about a week ago. Just doing a lot of inner child stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so with all of that, it's just bringing a lot of it up, and just having a tough time working through it, which is, I guess, to be expected. Um, but yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. So let me say this, right?
Mhm, mhm,
It's important that you do what it is that you need to do to take care of yourself, right? A life coach is someone who helps you move forward, right? A therapist is someone who
mhm,
helps you unpack from the past. So you've got to get
mhm,
yourself a therapist on your team, a therapist who asks good questions and who is going to work with you in a way that works best for how you like to work. Okay? Because you
mhm.
need someone who is going to be qualified to be able to handle the emotional stuff that comes along with working through traumas. Do you have health insurance?
Yes.
Okay. So right now, which you said you're in Wisconsin, so you all are an hour. Are you all on Central Time or you on Eastern Standard Time?
Central.
Okay, good. So right now it's 2:57 p.m. I want you to call your insurance company and get a list from them or find out how you can get a list of therapists according to whatever
Mhm.
criteria it is that you want in a therapist. So I'm going to let you make those phone calls right now, and then I want you to call us back. If not, then I'm going to call you back by the time it's time for me to come off of this broadcast. Okay, let me copy your number. Oh, hold on, my bad. My bad. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Okay, so take some time right now. I just copied your number. So if I don't hear from you by the end of this broadcast, I'm going to call you back. Okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you,
All right.
Shannon.
Thanks, Tonya.
All right. Okay, so part of the reason that I told her to contact her insurance company, and this is what I want any of you who are on this broadcast right now who need assistance working through your trauma. You have to get somebody on the case who is a trained psychological professional. When the beginning of this year came, there were a lot of changes that happened in my private life. And one of those changes is I had an upheaval in my friend group, right? In which I am repatching things together behind the scenes, right? I have realized that there are some things that were going on in my friendships that were blurring the lines between what a friend does and what a therapist does. And I understand that I'm a life coach, right? I understand that I have certain trainings, and I understand, where many of us are highly empathetic and empathic, right? So, what happened with me is I have realized that I need to have, in the early stages of friendship, especially, I need to have clear, delineated boundaries between what a friend does and what a life coach or a therapist does. Because, in the same ways that we are talking to men about how we're using women for unpaid labor and our therapist, life coach, and all this other stuff, in our female friendships, many of us are stepping up to the plate to hold the space of an untrained therapist. And in one of my associations quite recently, there was a person who put me in a position to, because I ask great questions and because I hold space and all of this person put me in a position to act in the capacity of untrained therapist for this person. And what ended up happening is it drove a tremendous wedge in our association because I am not your therapist. And the moment that I behaved in a manner that was not on par with a professional therapist, this person turned on me. And I'm thinking, this is stuff that I didn't really need to know about to begin with. These are things that I should not have been introduced to in our acquaintanceship, so that I did not have to walk on eggshells in a professional manner around these tremendous psychological issues that you are dealing with, right? I'm not equipped, and I do not want I don't want to step into that role. I just want to be friendly. You know how men are constantly talking about how they don't want nothing serious, they want a casual. Listen, where it is that I am right now, I want to have friendships and relationships that are built with people who are doing the things that they need to do to take care of themselves in a professional capacity. I told you all that I called somebody recently who happened to be in the middle of some drug-filled binge to try to accomplish some things behind the scenes. And this person has diagnoses that they were not taking their medication for. And I decided, nope, I'm not. I will talk with you about making sure that you get yourself a therapist, but I'm not going to sit here. You're in the air with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Carmelita, calling from Philadelphia.
Condalita?
Carmelita?
Oh, Carmelita.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Carmelita, talk to us.
Hi. I didn't really want anything. I just wanted to say that I'm having an okay day, much
Okay.
better than the previous few days.
Okay.
Um, Spring break started for the kids here,
Oh,
so
wow.
when I get up in the morning to like take myself to school, I don't have to get my kid ready. So
Mm,
it was pretty nice.
nice. Nice. So who's
Um,
taking care of your child? If the kid
oh,
ain't going out.
his dad. His dad.
Oh,
Um,
wait a minute.
they're going to spend some quality time together.
Oh, wait. You said that spring break is here. And so you're happy
Yes,
because you don't have to get the kid ready in the morning. But now the
yes.
dad is getting the child ready. Why wasn't the dad getting the child ready before?
I I don't know. Usually I'm up in the morning, so I just do it. And then if he's up to take him to school, fine. If not, then I'll do it. Um, but this week, I just wanted to share something that happened this morning, which I
Okay,
thought was
hold
kind of
on. Okay, before you share that, let me just say this, that you
yes,
two
ma'am.
have to get on a schedule that is fair, balanced, and equitable. You two must get on a schedule so that one person is not doing the lion's share. And if another person is available, no people. We have
Mm-hmm.
alarms nowadays, and that
Yeah.
the responsibility of getting the child ready in the morning and taking the child to school needs to be something that is planned out, not happenstance. But I digress.
I
Go ahead and
agree.
share what you would like to share.
I agree with you about that. I just can't control another person. I have a lot going on.
You,
So I'm
you
with my therapist
your
on
your
it.
phone is breaking up
Okay.
for me, so I'm not able to hear you
Oh,
clearly anymore.
I'm sorry. I said that I have a therapist that I'm working on that portion of stuff with. So
Okay. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. But this morning, I went into my son's room and he saw me about to leave and he's like, "Well, where are you going?" And I'm like, "Well, I still have school because my spring break was last week for the
Okay.
colleges." Um, and he's like, "Well, who's going to make my breakfast?" And I said, "Well, you are." Because I had been showing him how to make his own bowl of cereal, where to get the Pop Tarts, how to just kind of take care of himself. Because he's not take care of himself, but like while I'm not around, you know, can you get yourself a Pop Tart from the drawer? And I made it pretty easy for him.
Mhm.
And so he said, like, "Oh, I get to use what you taught me." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, well, yeah, go back to sleep and use what I taught you, and I'll see you later." And I don't know. For me, think that just um, was very nice for me. Uh,
That's what? Say that again?
it was very nice for me. I think just this morning because to know that he's kind of listening to me. I'm sure
Mhm.
that he does these things when I'm not around too. So
Mhm.
I don't know. This is something I thought was kind of cute.
How nice. How old is
I wanted to
he?
share. He is 6. He's 7 soon.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Okay, so he knows how to make himself his breakfast and he knows how to go and grab himself some strawberries or some grapes, some fresh fruit, right? Because there's fresh fruit for the
Right.
baby, right?
Yes, we keep apple slices. Well, yes,
Okay.
I keep some apple
Okay.
slices.
Okay. Okay.
Applesauce. There's peaches, some sliced
Okay.
pears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
that's
that's
pretty
good. I'm
much it.
happy
My
to
day's
hear
going
that.
great.
So soon we're going to teach him how to scramble some eggs, right?
Yes, yes. Um, teach him how to make pancakes. I think that's his thing. Pancakes more than
Okay.
scrambled eggs. So,
All right. Wonderful.
but he won't be
Well,
cutting anything anytime soon. So,
Sharon,
oh, yeah.
they have children's knives now.
They do. He's terrified of knives. He won't go near the counter if there's a knife on the counter. He'll make like I have
Oh.
to go put it away before he even goes near it.
Oh, wow. How interesting. Maybe this is some past life stuff. Well, thank you for sharing. I think that that's nice that your son is learning independence, and I'm happy that you do have a therapist that is working with you on the issue that you spoke about in terms of the unequal distribution of labor in the house. So, I'm happy to hear that. Sounds like
Mm-hmm.
all bases are covered.
Yeah, I
All
guess it
right.
does.
Well, thank you so
Thank you
much for
so much.
calling in and letting us know.
Yes, have a great day.
All right, you too. All right. All right, phone lines are open 323-488-3149. 323-488-3149. So I think Alexa said that, oh, somebody said that when they go to their primary care doctor that they're going to get a referral for mental health. I just want to let you know that mental health providers are not even needing referrals from primary. Contact your insurance and see because it's probably a liability if you have to wait for your primary. So you could go straight through. You're in the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Tonya. This is Shantae.
Oh, so your name is not Shanti?
No, but that's fine.
Oh, Shantea. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Well, welcome in, Shantea. Welcome home. Did you get a chance to wash your hands and everything since you've come in the house?
I'm sorry.
Have you had a chance to wash your hands and everything since you've come in the house?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. What talk to us?
I just really wanted to just say to you and the knockouts that might be listening to, in regards to your like close family and friends, to just really just be, um, if you have a good relationship with them, just definitely cherish those relationships and uh, spend time with these people because you never know when you're going to lose them. My brother didn't smoke. He drank on occasion, at special events and whatnot. And this was a rare form of cancer that took him from us back in October 2022. And it was
Mm,
totally unexpected. And he was the baby of the family, the only boy. And I just find myself at times struggling to deal with that because I was really close to my brother. And it just
yeah.
sometimes it feels like I'm all alone on this island by myself because it's just like some people I can talk to about it, and different people like in the family. Like everybody has their own, they have their own relationship with him, or their grief process is different. And then
Mhm.
with my my spouse, he lost his dad not too long ago, and it was on his death date was yesterday. So it's just like
Mm,
I'm having this struggle with like talking about it and bringing up sadness and whatnot. And sometimes it's uncomfortable because he's dealing with his own stuff. I'm dealing with my stuff. So today, just it really just washed over me about the whole. It's his birthday. I can't call him and say happy birthday, bro, and whatnot. It's I struggle every day just not to. I know you shouldn't suppress your feelings, but sometimes it's just like I don't want to cry, but I have to cry in private and deal with my feelings in private. So that's just where I'm at today. Just just trying to
yeah.
get through the day and not really be sad, but I am sad. So
No, I feel you. And thank you so much for sharing that. It's very brave to, talk about this in the public and open up yourself like this, your vulnerability. So I commend you for that. I
it's my first time calling, so I was like, I didn't know if I was like, I don't know if I wanted to share, but I figured it might be
Yeah.
somebody on the broadcast today that might need to hear what I had to say. And like I said, that was my baby brother, and I miss him a lot. And it's just
Yeah, of
like
course you
it's
do.
been
Of
it's been
course.
2 years, and it hurts really really bad.
Yeah, of course, of course. So I heard you say that it's been difficult talking to different people about it because they're in their own space, even your partners in their own space because of, a death close to your partner. Um,
Yeah.
One of the things that I want to encourage you and anybody out there to do is to get support. What type of support do you have right now?
I was looking for. I was in my own therapy journey back when COVID first hit, and I found it through. It was like through this family agency, and I completed my therapy. I did all my homework and stuff with her. She was a really great lady, brilliant, little Italian lady. Her name was Carol, and I was able to, once we got to a certain point, she would always have these questions for me at the end and be like, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, where you are today.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like gradually going through therapy with her, talking about my past and things like that. It would always graduate from like a 6 into a 7, an 8, and it finally got to. I think I was in therapy with her for about a year, and then we accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish, and she wished me well, and I still have. I told her I would, but I didn't, because I know that sometimes that's not. But I told her I would reach out through email and let her know how I was doing otherwise. But she was a really helpful. Um,
Okay.
person in my life in that particular point.
And you have insurance now, correct?
I'm sorry.
You have insurance now, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's contact your insurance company, okay?
Okay.
And let us
Yes.
see about getting a therapist that specializes in grief.
Okay.
And see about getting a support group because there's probably a group that meets twice a month on
Okay.
Zoom or in your area, and see about
Okay.
meeting up with other people who are also grieving because especially now post C19, right?
Yes.
People are frazzled, some people are at wits end, some people lost people during that time as well, right? And
Yes.
so,
Yes.
support and being among like minded people, people with like experiences, is so important right now. So, I encourage you to find a support group and take this time after this phone call. It's still pretty early to contact your insurance company. Okay.
Okay. I will.
And see about getting yourself a therapist that specializes in grief. And this is what I would like for you to do. You
Mhm.
have Google, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want you to do this right now while we're on the phone. Okay.
Okay.
So it is March 25th today.
Okay.
Today's your brother's birthday,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I want you to set an alarm for next year on
Okay.
2/25.
Okay.
And I want you to
225.
remind yourself next year, a month before your brother's um, passing date, to start looking to get some support because you know that you're going to need it. So, being preemptive
Okay.
about getting yourself the support before you're in the hole. Once you're in the hole and you
Yes.
have to climb up from the hole, it's much more difficult than getting the support when you know that you're going to need it. Okay. So, for
Okay.
anybody out there, if there's
Okay.
a special date of the year that you know is going to bring you sadness, whether it's the holidays or your mother's birthday or father's death day, whatever it is, set a reminder to get yourself to calling your primary or calling your insurance company to be able to get you some support. Okay? So, did you let me know when you finish creating your calendar reminder?
Okay. Okay.
All right. And so when you jump off the phone with us, please, by all means, start calling your insurance company and seeing about getting a therapist that specializes in grief because we cannot depend on our friends to know what to do and how to do it
Yes.
for us psychologically. We can't depend on our preacher, we can't depend on the people at church or our spiritual group or our book club or on the train or in traffic. We have to do what it is that we need to do for ourselves. We need to invest the time in taking care of ourselves. Okay.
Absolutely. I agree.
All right, Shantea, thank you so much, and thank you for being a knockout.
Thank you. You just your show has just like really been like just really just the thing that I needed. I found you during I think when the pandemic first hit, and I found your videos in my news feed, and I tuned in. I forgot what video it was, but it just really you just were really an engaging person and just really smart and just something that I needed at the time. So I've been a knockout ever since.
Hey, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. I have to send you some money to get you a healthy lunch. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get through today.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, no problem. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and I just hope I helped a little if anybody is listening and going through the same thing. just like I said, just please just make sure you tapping in with those people that you love the most. Hug them, kiss them, contact them. You know, let's get healthy. Let's not, procrastinate and no longer, because like I said, my brother was not, one of those people that abused his body, and this cancer just came out of nowhere. And the only reason why we found out that he had it was because he had a car accident months prior to his diagnosis, and then he went to the hospital for some pain. My mom was his biggest advocate when he was in pain, and they did blood tests and whatnot, and that's when they found it.
Mm. Yeah,
So, yeah,
sometimes
just
there's just no
be
rhyme or
proactive about your
reason.
health, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. All
be
right. Well,
proactive
thank you.
about your health and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Knockout.
Absolutely. You heard her. Thank you so much for calling in, and we are going to take a dance break now. So make sure that you dance with us, okay?
Oh, yay! What are you playing?
After Alexa let us down with that last selection, I'm gonna be real, real selective now.
I was like, was that fun? Because you said funk. I was like, yay. I'm like, that's not fun.
Child, I don't know what that was, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna look for some funk now. All right.
Okay, thank you, Tonya.
All right. All
All
right.
right.
So we're going to take a 90-second dance break. Then we're going to take a water break, a water bathroom break, or whatnot. Let's see what this is right here.
She offered me some lace and she told me it would take me places. Now I can feel my face and I'm pretty sure she left some traces. Some good, some bad. Doesn't matter if it feels amazing. Grab me by the waist, now she wanna tell me something crazy. 4 days, 4 nights, I'm losing track of time and I wonder who am I.
All right, listen,
4 eyes,
I'm with
yours,
it.
mine, and I wonder who you might be till you open up your mouth and say, no
Why
curves,
not?
no nothing. What you see when you look at the horizon? No earth, just flat. No black holes, planets, none of that. No curves,
There's no beat though.
no nothing. What you see when you look at the horizon? No
It's
earth,
a cool
just
song,
flat.
but I don't hear no beat.
Black holes, planets, none of that.
Oh, there's the beat there. Y'all ready to do a little cha-cha? Let me get my 90-second timer up. All right, listen.
She opened up her mind, but I realized she would never change it.
I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. I gotta find something else. I apologize, y'all. I gotta find something else. I gotta find something else. Let me see what we got. I don't know what is going on out here. I'm not finding. What is this? This sounds like. Okay, hold on. I hear some horns. I hear some horns. It's almost. No, it didn't hit. It was almost there. This is not gonna hit. Too slow. This sounds like something you could do the Running Man too. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this is. Okay, hold on. Come on. I'm looking for something. Come on. All right, let's see if this is gonna hit. Let's see. I mean, it's cool, but let's see. Let me see if I hear some horns. I don't hear no horns. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can get down with a little bit of this. I can get down with a little bit of this, but if I can find something. This sounds like Forget Me Not. Forget Me Not. Hope you do remember. All right, let's see. Come on. What is happening? Let me look for a genre of funk. Afro funk, disco. Oh, disco is considered funk. No wonder. Crime scene funk? What is crime scene funk? Hold on. Oh. Okay. No, I don't know what's going on here. All right. 1970s funk. Let's see. 1970s funk. Okay. Okay, I think I'm hearing something. I think I'm hearing something. I can get down with this. This sounds like, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like the music that laid the way for 80s hip hop. This is what that sounds like. That's what that sounds like. Let's see. No, no, come on. Okay, I can get down with this. It's not the fastest, but it don't gotta be fast. Come on. Come on. All we gotta do is move for 90 seconds. Come on. Here's the top right there. See that? Here we go. All right, get about your feet. All right, listen. Let's go on our next row. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. This one's called Drop a Dive. All right, we only got 10 more seconds of moving. Listen, it don't matter what you do, as long as you do something, just move. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back in 60 seconds. All that matters is that you move. That's it. That's all that matters is that you move. That's it. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. As long as you move. That's it. I'm going to save this song. I like this one. Listen, all that matters is that you move. That's it. So we're going to open up the phone lines for a few more calls. And then, oh, you know what? We have some apples that have come in. This song is called Slap That. I don't know what they're talking about slapping, but all right. Listen, let me go ahead and read these apples that have come in. All right. All right. All right. I'm doing well for someone who is fasting. I am doing a water fast today. I'm fasting for the entire day. And so I am happy for this opportunity to be able to cleanse my internal organs for a day by just giving my body a rest. That's why when that guy was talking about how you gotta eat all your water, I'm like, no, you want to give your digestive system a rest. All right, so here we go. You hear that? All right. Oh, Carmelita sends $3 and says, thanks for listening from Philly. You're so sweet, Carmelita. Thank you. Thank you. Aura sends $3.24 and says, always keeping it real. Thank you, Aura. I appreciate that. Michelle sends $10 and says, love your videos. You're beautiful and inspirational. Thank you, Shelly Belly. We appreciate that. Tonya sends $5 for appreciation. Thank you. And here we go. Look. What is that? All right. Ismail sent $100 and says, congrats on your win, queen. Let me send some dancing here. Thank you for that super apple. Let me give everyone their hearts. All right. All right. I don't know why I spun like that. I don't know why I spun like that. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm still dizzy. I'm still dizzy. Oh. Okay. Did I read I have an apple from Michelle Moore that says, love your videos. You're beautiful and inspirational. I think I read that, but I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. Okay. I'm just so dizzy right now. I was spinning. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to open back up the phone lines. You know what? Let's check on the young lady who was supposed to make that phone call. Let's check on Shannon. Let's check on her. Let me grab her phone number real quick and copy and then call her. Let's see. I'm dizzy, y'all. I was spinning in the beginning. I don't know how people who do those high dives and all that other stuff, I don't see how they keep themselves from getting dizzy.
Shannon. Sorry I missed your call.
Shannon isn't answering, so we'll take another call and then we'll try her back. All right, phone lines are open. The number is on the screen right there. 323-488-3149. I am dizzy and I don't know why I was spinning like that in the beginning because no one could even see me spinning. I was just spinning and spinning and spinning. And then when I stopped, the room was still moving. Virginia is having an argument with someone in the audience. Leave them. If somebody thinks African Americans are ignorant, you don't know whether this person is a troll. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people online that got a lot of issues. Just leave them. Leave them be. Leave them be. So, Fine is saying water fasting is awesome. It makes me hungry. So she dry fasts instead. Well, however you do it. I'm just giving my system a break with some water today, water fasting. And phone lines are open. There were a few phone calls that came in earlier. As a matter of fact, I can just even call some of these numbers back to make sure that we get the people who were calling. Let's see. I don't know why I was spinning like that. I was going
Thank
crazy.
you for calling. Please press 1 to connect your call.
I'm supposed to press
Please
1.
press 1.
Are we calling a correctional facility? What's going on here?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, hi. You're
Yes,
on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
my name is Lisa, and I'm calling from Florida.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Well, you're live on the air. You have to turn on the broadcast in the back because there's a bit of a delay.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
All right. So, Lisa,
um,
talk to us. You were calling in. I didn't get a chance to grab your phone call, so I returned your call.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You've been really a great anchor for me to see myself right now. I feel like a lot of people who are calling in, I'm going through grief that has been repressed on top of trauma, and just really acknowledging that has been eye-opening, but also just sitting with that. It's
Yeah.
very uncomfortable, but I'm very glad to do it right now. I recently lost my mother, and after that, it just seemed like everything fell apart.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Why is it uncomfortable to admit that you're going through grief on top of trauma?
Because I've been programmed to be strong. I have always been programmed to not deal with anything that I dealt with in my life, just to keep showing up and keep being the workhorse, keep doing for everyone else, and don't worry about it, it'll pass, or, give it to God and just keep going. And everything has kind of compounded itself. Like after my mom passed, that was the icing on the cake, I think. And it showed me how vulnerable I have been and how I haven't been taking, the time to really heal. So having tuned in to you again after, years of back and forth listening to you, you have been in my mind just saying, don't give up, keep going, don't give up no matter what, and making sure that I keep myself as a primary focus in my life, no matter how hard it is, and whatever sacrifices I have to make to do that.
Yeah. Well, when you say don't give up, what do you mean by that?
Don't give up on moving forward in my life, no matter how hard it may be. Don't give up on smiling. Don't give up on laughing. Don't give up on living.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like my anchor is here anymore.
Okay.
My mom and I didn't have the greatest relationship, but she was always the anchor of strength, of perseverance. And it seemed like after that, after her passing, everything, again, I tried to put on a good front, and it didn't work. Because it just seemed like she was the glue, the thread that was holding everything together.
Yeah.
And not realizing that until afterwards, it really brought a lot of clarity to me. And
exposed my own vulnerabilities again, that I put on a good front, that I was healing through, but I wasn't.
Mm. So what are you going to do now?
Um, Take it day by day. I'm breathing, starting over, learning to really trust myself and trust the things that I know to be good for me are good for me, and not have to second guess anything.
Okay. What are you going to do to get support for yourself?
I have had therapy in the past. I'm working on getting therapy again.
What
Currently,
do
I
you,
don't have insurance that is
oh,
consistent, but I'm
mhm.
working on getting insurance. I had insurance that I paid for privately. Then I got the government subsidized insurance, and that ends soon. So I'm just, again, putting all the pieces
When you
together
say
to
end soon, what do
have
you
someone.
mean?
I've been cut off of assistance for whatever reason.
No, when
Um,
you say end soon, you mean April 1st?
the 31st of March was what it said
Okay.
on there.
Okay. And so you're able to get the Medicaid, correct?
That ends on March 31st. So I
Okay.
think I have to probably put
However,
in a
oh,
new application.
yeah, so because you can get insurance. I know sometimes when things are overwhelming, it seems a lot
Hmm.
easier to just kind of let things go by. However, if we can stay up before we fall down into the well, it's easier to get up from the ground than to crawl up out of a well. So I would
Yes,
love for you to call the marketplace. You said you're in Florida?
yes.
Okay.
I actually
So,
do have that. I'm signed up now, but they signed me up for a program where I have to pay, and I'm not in a means to pay because with my mother's passing, we closed our family business. That was my only source of income, and it's been
mhm.
real hard to transition to getting myself independent of that.
Okay. Okay. So no one was able to run the business without your mother.
Um, there was really no cohesiveness. I wanted to do things one way, and my sibling didn't. We were, at odds. And I thought, again, after everything had happened with losing our mother, that things would be different, but it just didn't work out. And I didn't want to fight. I
Yeah.
didn't want to fight after just losing my mother, so I just gave up and kind of focused on myself and my two younger children. And I kind of left everything to my sibling to take over, but she didn't want to do that. She let it go. But she wanted me to still be there, but not work with me. So it was kind of just a lot of division.
Gotcha. That's unfortunate. I know your mother would not be happy about that. So I can imagine there's many
No.
layers of grief that are going on. So
Yeah.
um, there are ways that you can get into a support group that costs no money.
Okay.
Um, there was Hannah, I saw in the comments, commented earlier that hospice centers are connected with grief groups. So if you
Okay.
contact a hospice center in your area, they probably can refer you to a grief counseling, group
Okay.
counseling grief group.
Okay.
So, and you said you're in Central Florida?
Yes.
All right, let me do a quick Google search right now.
Thank you.
All right, hospice home, Central Florida. Okay, so it says here, Central Florida, there's Genvita Hospice. Let me give you some phone numbers. Actually, you know what? I don't want to give out phone numbers on the
Yeah.
internet.
I used to work with them independently through our business, so I have their contact information. I just didn't think that they would be able to
Well,
assist
you know
because
what?
um
Let's do this. Let's try, because
okay.
if hospice care homes are associated with grief counseling, even if the first phone call doesn't lead to your answer, try.
Mhm.
How many phone calls are you willing to try in order to get an answer?
I need to make five phone calls.
Okay, so make 5 phone calls and see where that leads you. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you
What?
again for the work that you do, and showing up for everyone and yourself, even when you don't feel like it.
Oh no, I never show up when I don't feel like it. What would you do? No. Hold on now. Hold on. Mm-mm. I always feel like it when I show up. Always, always.
Thank you. Thank you for that. You remind
All
me a
right.
lot of my aunt. You have a lot of the same strong characteristics that she has, just very confident and courageous. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, you have a good rest of your day, my dear, okay?
I will. I will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So let us call back Shannon.
Hello.
Yes, hi, Shannon. It's Tonya TKO. You're on live.
Hi, Tonya.
Hi. So you were going to make a phone call to your insurance company to see about um, getting lists of mental health care providers. How did that turn out?
It turned out well. I found 2 providers. And I actually just went ahead and made 2 appointments.
You know what? Hold on. This deserves a little cha-cha. You know what? Let's get up and celebrate a little bit. I'm gonna go to the music that I have saved that I like because just winging it, just I don't know. That didn't hold on. Let me see if I can find something. Let's see. I'm not in the mood for anything just different. I just want to just be here. Here. So listen, I'm gonna get up and just bust a little move with you real quick. I'm so happy. Listen, everybody out there, never doubt. Listen, never doubt the power of just intention and putting a little work in. So listen, Shannon, I'm busting a little dance for you, girl. I'm happy, okay? Hey!
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy. So I'm so glad. So when you go to your appointment, just check the person out, see if the person is a good fit, and go from there. If not, try another person, but find until you get a good fit for you, okay? All
Bye.
right. Thank you so much for the update. Thank you. All right. Have a great day.
You.
All right. All right. That was so good to hear. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy to hear about that. So listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go get my bell, not my bell, my chime, whatever it's called, my bowl. All right. All right. So I need you to tell me if you can hear this. If you can hear that, put up the number 2. But you know what? There's such a huge delay that I don't even know I don't know how we'll do this because I just need to know whether or not you all can hear this. All right. I'm seeing that the thing is moving over there, so I am assuming that you all can hear it because the sound dramometer is moving. So This bell right here is the 528 love frequency that grounds in the root chakra as well as elevates up to the crown. So take a few moments to just breathe in deep. As you all know, I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I'm a life coach from an accredited uh, institution. So perfect, perfect. Lisa is on with them now. Wonderful. So listen, what I want us to do is I want us to take a few moments to just breathe and exhale. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the gate a little bit so that, hold on, this is at, all right. So I've opened up the gate so that you all should be able to hear all of the sounds. Okay. This is what I want people to do. There's a little bit of a delay between now because of us getting bumped off the air earlier. So there's a little bit of a delay. So this is what I want us to do. I want us to just breathe in deep and exhale. And while we're going through this bell ceremony, I want you all to just imagine that any issue or problem or thing that is worrying you, I just want you to imagine it like leaves crumbling up and floating away, or pieces of paper peeling off and flying away, like dust being shaken off and drifting away. I just want you to just imagine. I want you to imagine whatever it is just peeling up and flying away. Okay? So listen to this sound and just imagine whatever it is, whether the outside shell needs to crack and it oozes out and flies away, or shakes off from the vibration like dust and flies away. You know what you need to see in your imagination. So let's go. As you breathe in and exhale, just watch it float away in the wind, way past the mountain, up into the atmosphere, disintegrating in space. is a particularly stubborn piece, I want you to just imagine prying it loose like a big boulder and watching it crumble and fall away. Use a crowbar, use a wedge, use dynamite, whatever it is that you need to use. Break those stubborn pieces away and watch them fall, crumble, fly, or get carried away and discarded. Feel it shaking loose from inside, melting away. You are all right. All right. You are all right. Everything is as it should be. Everything is how it is meant to be. You are all right. All is right. I want you to dig in there and pull out anything that is troubling you, worrying you, distressing you, anything that is not calm. Shake it loose right now. And watch it float away. Watch it crumble. I want you to breathe in and with great force breathe out. Breathe in and with great force. One more time with all of your force. And then just breathe normally. As we come back into this moment, feel yourself recalibrating. And with all of those parts that fell away, imagine it being plastered, recovered in mud, soil, earth, diamonds, gold, whatever it is that you need to patch it back up with, patch it back up now, making yourself whole and sturdy and solid. You are all right. In the end, everything will be all right, and if it is not all right, then it is not the end. Breathe in and exhale. All right. All right. So that is a unique bell that is carved out of crystal And the frequency and vibration of that bell is unique, one of a kind. Let me close back the gate. Okay. So it's unique, one of a kind, and it is a healing bell. I'm going to open back up the phone lines and I'm going to take a few more calls. We do things like this behind the scenes all the time on the Text Notification Squad. So if you want to join the Text Notification Squad, the link is in the description. TonyaTKO.com/text. And phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I needed this today too. I could feel those big boulders falling down. And I was prying out those issues, child. I was prying them out. Nikki, I'm glad that you found what it is that you needed in this broadcast. I'm very glad about that. All right. All right. So phone lines are open 323-488-3149. We missed some phone calls, so I will try one of the numbers that called through. I'm calling back the number.
You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand and gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Your gifts and talents, are you using them to glorify God? Think of one thing you're thankful for and give God thanks. Leave me a message and I will return your call at my earliest convenience. Have a great day. God bless you, and I love you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Well, we were giving you a call back, and we love you too, girl. Thank you for the message about me being a light on the hill and all of us shining the way. All right. Well, I was giving you a call back because I saw that you called a few times and you were not able to get through. So I was reaching back out to you. And I hope that you continue shining your light. All right. Bye. All right. So phone lines are open. And I will take a few more phone calls. 323. I just feel so calm and relaxed after that bell session. I feel so just calm and filled with peace, inner and outer. I still feel some issues that need to be pried away, but that might require a deeper level of hypnosis or just some good relaxation. So 323-488-3149. 323-488-3149. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, Tonya. My name is Jasmine.
Hey,
Can you
Jasmine.
hear
How
me?
are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm so calm after that little bell ceremony we just had. What's up, Jazzy?
Yes, that was so healing. I just want to say, Tonya, I am a 28-year-old single child free woman, and I've come across your channel this year. And I just want to thank you so much for being the woman that you are, for being so honest about your journey. I've been watched your videos, and I found your story about just like your healing journey when you went homeless, your spiritual journey, and just seeing all of the transformations you made over time was so inspiring for me and provided me such peace knowing that because I aspire to be, I wouldn't say like you as far as you, but I aspire to have your disposition, the way you speak, your eloquence, the way you carry yourself. And I resonate with you on a deep level regarding mothers and wanting to be a mother and having to mourn that, knowing that that might not happen. And I just wanted to let you know that for me, you have been a mother. You have been a mother figure. Your story has been so profound, so impactful in my life, and has been a huge proponent of why I'm doing the things I'm doing to do the inner work and get healing. So I just wanted to give you your flowers about that.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jazzy. Thank you.
Yes.
But you're so
And I
young.
just
Why are
also
you
want
mourning? Why are you mourning not having children in your 20s, girl?
oh, because you see these men. Girl, y'all see these men. Child, it ain't worth it. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I don't want to be I don't want to be partnered with these people that are not equal to us. And like I've been watching your videos, I've been watching Priscilla videos, and I'm starting to see the light. And I've been mourning this fantasy that I had in my head about what my future would look like. And I realized that unfortunately I've been deceived, like most women have been deceived. We are not being socialized in the same way to be partners. Like I could be a great partner, but after my last relationship, I realized that I wasn't getting reciprocity. And I was confused about it. And I started doing a lot of research into what I was doing to constantly have these same relationship dynamics. And through my research, I discovered you, I discovered Priscilla, and I found that it wasn't just me, it was most of us. And that the reality is we're dealing with individuals who don't desire self actualization, self discipline, self control, and are looking to partnership for labor and not for love. So that's why I say I'm mourning. And I appreciate seeing a woman like you, as beautiful as you are, as dynamic as you are, as intelligent as you are, be so beautiful, smart, dynamic, intelligent, single, and child free. It's like, yeah, the best choice is choosing me. And seeing you has been that for me, like, yeah, confirmation.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, I will say this,
We are,
right?
yes.
I'll say that what is meant to be shall be. And
Oh, I,
so you never know. Maybe there might be somebody out there for you, You never know. There's some good
yeah,
apples
but
in the bunch.
mm, yeah, the problem is those apples have already been taken out of the market, likely. But I find that, I don't want to tell myself that you're going to find something that I might not find. Where I'm at now is like I'm at peace with
Yeah.
knowing that it might not happen. And if it happens, it will be, wow, a surprise versus something I'm waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, and being disappointed when it doesn't happen. Like Tonya, I've dated, I've tried, I've been in multiple relationships, and I am fatigued already at 28. I'm fatigued at the lack of reciprocity, the inability to want to be conscious, to want to align the chakras, because I find that most men operate from their root chakras, and I'm in my crown chakra, and they don't desire to reach their crown chakra, and I had to mourn that. I really had to like realize that I'm not might not find that person that I want, and that is okay. I found myself, and that is the beauty in it. And I love myself, and I'm
Yeah.
grateful for the things and the people that the universe has allowed to come into my frequency and allowed me. It's honestly, Tanya, it's freed me. It's made me realize that my future doesn't have to be what people told me it would be. I might not find that person, that is okay, because my life is still full It's still beautiful. I'm still loved by my friends and my line sisters and my family. So just if I don't have romantic love, it's okay. And I don't want romantic love that's struggle, that's full of turmoil, where we can't communicate. I don't want love where I feel used. I want to be poured into just as much as I pour into others, and it just hasn't happened. And I don't want to be delusional and think it's gonna happen for me when most people it's not happening for. Like my friends and stuff, we talk. It's the I think a lot of us are coming to the realization that it's not a us thing, it's a them thing, and that we're looking for unicorns that are not. It's not that many of them because they're not socialized to be unicorns. They're socialized to be what they are.
Mm. Well, I will say this, right? I personally don't know what anybody's path has in it. I know that I believe in the abundance of the universe, right? And if there's something that is meant for you, it'll be for you. Of course, I completely hear you with not centering that, right? Not centering that.
Yes.
I will say continue to try different things. Um,
What do you mean?
travel,
Okay.
travel, try different hobbies, date the rainbow, and just keep yourself open for love in case love decides to manifest, you know? That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. That's true, and I appreciate that perspective. I do want to remain open, but I feel like I've been delusional in the past. Like I don't know how many times you can have experiences where you're open and you're honest and you're giving of yourself and you're with sincere intentions and the purest intentions, and to not be met with the same sort of treatment. There was one guy though I think of who at the time I wasn't ready. He was a white guy. I'm a black woman. And at the time I was thinking, oh Lord, I'm not ready for this. But I wish I could talk to him if I wanted to stay, but it would just happen naturally. But he's the only guy I feel that I've never encountered that had the emotional intelligence that I had and poured into me emotionally that I poured into him. Like he encouraged me to go to therapy in a way that no other
Mm-hmm.
person or man had told me. So that was refreshing. But if I think about all of my experiences, he's one out of how many men I've encountered. You know, that's
Yeah,
the best
well,
odds out
listen, let
there.
me let me let me say this, please, so that you hear me and hear me very, very well, right? The reason I do my videos is not to discourage people from being in relationship. I think that relationships are important, and I believe that romantic relationships are important because they open us for an advanced level of healing that really is just it's speeded in romantic relationships. Romantic relationships just expose so many of the divots and holes and faulty thinking and all of those things. It allows us the opportunity to love in different ways. And there are many content creators who create a lot of different types of content. And one of the things that I ask for us to do is to think about what what's the word I'm looking for? The motivation of the person creating that content. And you have to really kind of feel inside of your heart for it, because in certain communities the message is you are dumb if you are holding out hope for men. You are dumb
Right,
if you,
right.
yeah, so listen to what I'm saying, okay?
Yes.
Because what I don't want is I don't want you to be one day on your deathbed and you think about all of the opportunities that you let fly by you because of what other people were telling you in your ear. Listen to the internal guiding of your soul and let it guide you to information that is for your expansion. I am telling you, romantic relationships are important. You are here on this earth to experience all the things. You are here, and listen, let me tell you this, and I want you to hear me very well. When you give love to a person who is not able to receive that love, they are the ones who are in deficit, not you. You can never go wrong when you choose love. Never. A person who thwarts, fights, pushes love away, that person is the one who is in deficit, not you. That is the person who has faulty thinking. That is as regards to love, because we all have some form of faulty thinking. But I just don't want you to fault yourself for the relationships that didn't work out. Okay? I don't want you to think that there's anything that you did wrong by showing up for love. I was talking to my therapist. I have a new therapist, and I had a conversation with her last week about some things, and we're going to see this week how it goes, right? I was having a conversation with her about a relationship that I mourned, because in this relationship there was so much joy in this relationship, and the relationship did not work out. And I mourned the relationship because there was a tremendous amount of growth that existed for me in this relationship. And my therapist, in response to the things that I was telling her, she said to me, well, she kind of indicated that maybe I shouldn't have gone into that relationship. That's what she indicated to me. And I said to her that when I entered into this relationship, I was listening to the internal guiding of my soul. When I meditated on it, I meditated, and the internal guiding said, Tonya, go forth. This is where you need to be. And I listened to that. I don't want you to allow anybody on the internet, no matter how eloquent, no matter how charming, no matter how charismatic, no matter how beautiful, handsome, or resounding this person may seem. Do not allow anyone to cloud that connection that you have to the divine. Your spirit will guide you into where it is that you need to go. Listen to that voice. Don't let anyone make you feel as if you are dumb for wanting romantic love, for having had romantic love. Don't let anybody. Do you hear me?
Yes, thank you for saying that. I really need to hear that, because after my last experience, I'm just so, I guess, discouraged that I felt I don't know what else I could have done, right? And that goes to show that person wasn't for me, which I recognize.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's just, I guess right now, it's like I trusted my spirit. My spirit told me to go forth with that relationship. I trusted my intuition, and then I got hurt very badly as a result of that. So I feel, not that a level of distrust towards my intuition, but I'm worried, is that me, my intuition, or is that my delusions or hopeless romanticness? I don't know, because I don't want to believe that my intuition would have put me in a situation that would have caused me so much pain. Like, I would hope that that's not the case, but maybe it is. Maybe it's like you were saying, for growth and for
Well,
development.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. How do we know when it's daytime?
The sun is out.
Okay. All right. There is something that happens that lets us know when it's sun, because darkness is no longer here. We live in a world with duality. You will never know what that good love feels like unless you experience that which is not that. We know when it's daytime because darkness and light don't exist in the same space at the same time. But in order to know light, we must know darkness. What did you lose in this relationship where you were hurt? What did you lose?
My belief in love.
Did you?
Kind of, like, because I feel like the person was pretty much mine. And I feel like is it real? Is love real? I lost my belief,
Okay.
honestly. I'm
You know,
skeptic.
I'm going to call BS on that. I'm going to call BS on that because love is the only truth that there is. There's some people who
Well, I
won't
would say
understand
romantic
that.
love.
Okay, listen, love is
Yeah.
love is love is love is love. And love
Yes.
is the only truth. There will be some people out there who have had near death experiences who understand what it is that I'm saying when I say that love is the only truth. There is nothing except for love. Let me explain something to you and why you came here, right? You came here because in the place that you were before you came here, the only thing that you could experience was love. You couldn't feel the sun on your face because you did not have nerve endings. You did not know what heartache was because the only feeling that you felt was heartful. You came here for the human experience. You can't lose your belief in the only truth that there is. So tell me, Jazz, what did you lose?
I mean, when you say it like that, nothing. Nothing tangible.
No, listen, you don't have to have my point of view. Tell me, what did you lose? Did you lose time? Did you lose resources?
Yes.
Did you lose money?
I lost time. I lost time.
What else
And
what else did you lose? Give me 3 things you lost.
okay, I lost time and energy. I lost resources that could have been given to myself. And I would say I lost like self confidence because when I wasn't getting the reciprocity, instead of thinking this person can give it to me, I initially thought I was doing something wrong, and then I was overcompensating, trying to bridge the gap. And when there was nothing I could do, it, affected my confidence as far as like, am I a good enough partner, stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Okay. Well, this is one thing that I want you to know, right? In
Hmm.
order for this lesson to show up, it already had to be in there. You were already programmed for the assault that you took on your confidence. You were already programmed for that before you met him. That relationship only magnified something that was already there.
Okay, I could see that. I could see that.
So, one of the things that happens with us is we have, how do I put this? We have issues, right? That we are constantly
Yeah.
wanting to work out. I want to work out this issue. So let's say, right? There's 2 paths, right? One path
Hmm.
leads to a certain direction where you can get justice for something that happened in the past, where you can get closure for something that happened in the past. And then there's another path where you can go frolicking and be happy. Which path are you going to choose? The path of justice, reparation, the path of getting that fulfillment from having a wrong righted. You going to go and jump in the bouncy house, or you going to go and get that reparation, that recompensance? Which direction are you going to go?
Getting the reparations,
All right. All right.
especially if I'm here for that purpose.
Okay, so let me just say this to you, right? When you met your ex, the one who caused you all of that pain,
Mm-hmm.
there were most likely red flags, right? And these red
Yeah.
flags signal to you, in this situation, if I can just get him to do XYZ, if I can get him to act right, if I can get him to validate me, if I can get him to love me, what was it that you thought you would get in that relationship?
Okay, I'm seeing it. I thought I would get validation.
All right. All right. Who was it, the original offender from your childhood, that did not give you validation?
And I don't really want to go too much into this, but
You
it
don't
was
even
my
have to. You
biological.
know what? You don't have to say it out loud. Keep that
Okay. I
personal
know
if you
who it
want
was.
to.
It was the parent. It was
Okay.
my biological mother. Yeah.
All right. So this is because I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. One of the things that we do is we do something called psychodrama. And in the psychodrama, you're able to go into a safe space and you're able to act out those times that something happened to you where you didn't get to speak up, those times that something happened to you and you needed to say something different, those times that something happened to you and you wish something else happened. We're able to put you in a safe space where you can work this out in the psychodrama, because if you don't, what happens is you find these relationships and the relationship has a red flag. Oh, this person doesn't call. This person doesn't show up. This person is a little critical. If I can get this person to get won over, and if I can get this person to give me compliments, if I can get this person to stop criticizing me, if I can get this person to show up on time, it'll heal this situation in the past. That's our thought. It'll heal this old situation. But you know what? That old situation is gone. The only thing you can do is move forward from today. When we still have these things that need to be worked out, we see these relationships. They are playgrounds. They are classrooms for us to work this stuff out. Now we can work it out in therapy. We can heal so that when we see these red flags, we say, oh no, I'm healed from that. No, no,
Right.
no, no. I had a situation that happened to me recently, right? I'm going to just tell this quick story. There was a man, a paternal figure type of man, that said he was going to do a favor for me, right? Something that I really needed done. This person had the skill to do it. This person said they were going to do it. They came and they didn't have everything that they needed to do it. The person said they were going to come back. They didn't come back. They contacted me, or I contacted them the next day. I said, okay, what happened? When you're going to come? The person said, I'm going to be there at XYZ time, right? When XYZ time came, the person didn't come. The person then called me 2 hours later and said, oh, can I come tomorrow? Tomorrow came, the person didn't show up. The next day I called the person. I said, what's going on? When are you going to come? Right? Now, this person is a paternal figure. My father, I come from a military family. If my father says he's going to be someplace at 8 a.m., I can expect my father at 7:30 a.m. I don't have these issues inside of me to work out. So this person and their lateness and stuff, I realize that there's some people out there whose fathers didn't show up for them. On Saturday, his father said they were going to come, father didn't pick them up. On Thursday, the father said they were going to go to the fair and get cotton candy, father didn't pick them up. What happens when a child is conditioned to think that that is normal? Because let me tell you, after about a week and a half of this person saying they're going to come and not come, I didn't set my clock to this person anymore because I said, oh, what time this, who knows? Now I'm an adult. What happens to a child? So what happens is that child, just like you said, you knew who the offending person was. That child then finds a person, goes into adulthood, and it's time to date. Now, this person will see a person, life of the party, big personality. You get their phone number and they stand you up. Now, when you have unhealed things on the inside, you're going to say, oh, well, you know what? Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I wasn't cute enough. Maybe I pressed too hard. Maybe I called them too much. Maybe I just wanted this too much. And you start feeling those same feelings that you felt when dad didn't come and take you to the circus. You start feeling those same feelings. And when you are unhealed, you go into that relationship to work this out. But you know what? It'll never work out. Because the pain is already there. The offense has already happened. You cannot go back in time. No matter whether you get this person to act right or not, the original offending event already took place. The wound is there. The only thing you can do is heal that wound. It cannot come from another person. Even your father contacting you and saying, you know what? I didn't pick you up and take you to the fair. I didn't show up. I apologize. Even that can't heal it because the wound, the cut is deep. It's there already. The only thing you can do is work on healing. How much of that landed?
All of it. I'm like in tears. It really landed, and I've gone to therapy, and I have initially done the work. I know what happened, but it's just taking longer than I thought it would. I just, gosh, it's been years that I started working through this, and I can't believe I'm still struggling through it. I need to switch methods. You mentioned psychodrama. I never heard that before. How exactly does one go about finding that?
Well, you know what? I have colleagues that graduated from the same school of hypnotherapy that I went through, and I can refer you to one of them. Basically,
Do
you
you
go,
just
you,
provide sessions?
I'm sorry?
Do you provide that? Do you provide sessions? Or
I don't work with the public. I work at retreats
okay,
and, and
oh,
and in seminars and stuff like that. If you wanted me to hypnotize you, it'd be $500 for one session. So most people just don't really have that, so I refer people to others.
okay. I could afford that though. But I would love to get your contact information if we can, or I could email you and we could
Yeah.
arrange.
My it's TonyaTKO.com. You can click on contact and you can send me a message.
Okay. Thank you, Tonya. I could not have imagined me calling you. After you played the healing sound, I was like, oh, I just want to let her know how much she meant to me. And I could not have imagined this conversation just illuminating so much that I really, me talking about romantic love led to childhood attachment. And now it's like it's making me realize there's still so much work that needs to be done on my part.
Yeah, and you know
So
what?
much.
I'll say this to everybody out there. There's a book called Attached, and it talks about attachment style, and this will open up a lot for many people. Look into attachment styles and attachment theory. It's important work that has been done. It's an important theory that I feel that more people need to be made aware of because we we go into these relationships with people who have an opposing attachment style, and we are just operating from program. We're operating from program. And there's a lot of people who are capitalizing off of our hurt, and they're telling us that they have the answer. The answer is this, and the answer is satisfying in the moment. But in your spirit, you know that that's not the answer because love is the only truth that there is. It's the only truth. And when we
How
cut our,
can we
go ahead.
cut you off?
No, please go.
Um, like, okay, I want to know how can you get to, because like my therapist was telling me, which I don't go to her anymore, not for any reason, but she was telling me that pretty much there's nothing I can do to get to baseline. Like that the traumas that I have, they're pretty much like things that I have to deal with for the rest of my life. That is no way that you can like get back to baseline because she was like, it's just essentially impossible based on so much of all the stuff that you've gone through. You can't really go back and not have that trauma. So instead of like going reverse, you have to like figure out how to not be triggered in the moment when things happen. And that wasn't, the most satisfying answer I wanted to hear, but hearing you talk about like love and everything is love, going back to love, which I recognize that that is the truth. I wonder how do you resonate at a frequency where you can just be in a state of love and not triggered, not, feeling upset by like things that you've gone through in the past, like when it comes up again. Because my
Okay.
therapist told me pretty much to go
So
back to
so
baseline.
so I'll say this, right? Okay, the field of psychology is considered a science, and there are many different schools within that umbrella. I don't know what methodology of therapy that particular therapist was working with. However, there's CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, where you are able to figure out what are your moods and your triggers and figure out how. And I'm actually thinking about trying to create a workbook because this is some of the stuff that I'm working on right now because there are certain things that happen that trigger us and we may not be really aware of when the act like the base like the root of the trigger. And so I don't know what methodology that particular therapist was working with. However, there are other therapists out there. You might want to contact her and see what form she was using so that you can go to use a different form with somebody else.
Yes.
Because there's cognitive behavioral therapy. There's also I forget the other one, DBT, or something along those lines. But there's about 3 or 4 of them out there. And so you just try a different therapist. And one of the things that I want you to do, and this is for everybody out there, when you go into therapy, realize that this person that you are paying is a person on your payroll who is there to work with you. She is one or he is one of your tools to assist you in healing your psychological issues. And so you have got to roll up your sleeves and dive in all the way. Like, what is the way that you are going to be best served? Do you need to be asked a lot of questions? And you have to go in there and you got to talk and you have got to listen. You've got to release. You've got to figure things out. You've got to pinpoint things, the creation, the impetus of the issue. You got to go in and do that hard work because this is your life.
Right.
And
Ugh, a lot of work.
it'll take the time that it takes. It'll take the time that it takes, but go in there and be honest. You'd be surprised how many people I spoke to. I had an associate who's seeing a therapist and going in there lying to the damn therapist or not telling the therapist the full truth. And I'm like, how is that going to help you? And my associate was like, I know. It's just that I just don't even really know how to broach this with it. This is the therapist works for you. You need to use the therapist to your avail. You need to use this person to help you.
That is so true. It's hard to sometimes just tell them everything, though, but like you're saying, you have to do it.
How is
Because I
it
know in my
difficult to tell? No, no, no. If you can't talk to your therapist and be open and completely honest with your therapist,
it's just
you
I hate that I be in therapy crying, not knowing a little bit stuff. I be like, oh, this is a lot. I'm probably burdening my therapist with my emotions response.
is
So
your
I just
therapist
think
being
let it
burdened by that $100 or so that you pay him by the hour?
right, right.
Your therapist is trained. Trained. If you can't let it off your chest in front of your therapist, then who can you talk to? Honestly, who can you talk
Very true.
to? If you can't let it down in front of your therapist, who can you let it down in front of?
Myself, that's it.
No. Your therapist is there for that reason. And you have got to love yourself enough to know that you deserve a safe space. You deserve to let your burden down. You deserve to alleviate yourself. Your therapist has a therapist. If your therapist is experiencing some things in your session that's too much of a burden, your therapist will talk to their therapist. And it'll
Okay.
continue up until the highest therapist is talking to a monk and the monk is releasing it up into the heavens.
Okay. I think I'm gonna find a new therapist though,
Find a new
because she
therapist
didn't make me feel hopeful. Yeah.
and listen, go in there and stop bullshitting. Open up your mouth, open up your heart. If you feel that it is taking you such and such amount of time, dig deeper. Dig deeper.
Oh, gosh, that is so. That's why I probably need to do the hypno, because I'll be wondering like if there are things that I don't remember, because like my therapist thinks I'm avoidant attachment because some of my childhood I don't remember, and it's not to say like it's super traumatic. I just don't remember, and she's thinking she told me that's an attach that's a avoid evidence of avoidant like behavior. So it's like, how do you recall stuff you don't even remember? And I'm
Yeah,
scared
get
because
get
I'm
yourself a
thinking
get yourself a
if I
different
don't remember,
therapist. Listen, if you don't remember a thing, there's a reason why your brain has protected you from it. I was robbed
thank you.
once. I was robbed when I was in Guatemala. It was a violent robbery. And once when the violent attack happened, everything went it was in slow motion, everything. And I was there. I felt the wings of the angels around me. And I was just still. There was a reason why the angels did not allow me to start fighting with the person or run after them. The angels stilled me. If there is something that happened that your brain is protecting you from, your brain is doing its job. And in a safe space, if there is something that triggers that memory, and listen, trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. And I do have to get off because I have a meeting that is starting in 15 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this
I
up. I
did not
appreciate you
take up so
calling.
much of your time.
Don't do that.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I do?
Talking about, I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. Take up space. Don't shrink yourself. Take up space. Allow people to take care of themselves.
Okay.
If I did not have the time to give, I would not have given the time. Allow me to know what is best for me. Don't apologize for having such an important conversation that has helped you and so many people. Take up space.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Love you, dear. Take up space, okay?
Love you so much.
Listen,
Okay. Thank you
practice
so much.
taking up space and being unapologetic with the taking up space. You deserve to be here. You deserve the attention. The attention, I've been on the phone with you for 41 minutes. You deserve each and every one of those minutes.
Thank you. This has really been healing. This has really been enlightening. You truly are living in your purpose. You are really a blessing to so many people, and I just really can't commend you and thank you enough. Sincerely, you really are.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. We're right. So Sugar says they won't say it, but they judge you privately. The therapist is human, right? And the issue is not with the person who has the issue. The issue is with the person who's doing the judging. I can't control other people. I can't control how people feel and think and what they think of me. I am here for a reason. I'm here to work out my issues. If you're going to judge me for my issues, that's your problem. You're the one with the sickness, not me. So let them judge. Let them judge. And that's their problem. That they've come into a space where it's supposed to be safe and they're silently judging. And if you are thinking that a person is judging you, you have to wonder why it is that you're so judgmental, because that's a figment of your imagination. This young lady on this phone call opened herself, right? She was vulnerable and she was able to look within and see that there was some room for improvement or shifting, right? There are some people out there who will judge. However, those who are operating on a different frequency, they know that there's no difference between the person sitting on this chair or on that one. There's no difference. There's a saying that goes, there but for the grace of God go I. Meaning that if it were any number of circumstances, let me tell you, if you, me, or anybody on this call had the same DNA, the same background, the same experiences, they would do the exact same things that this young lady has done. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. So somebody was asking, let me get the link for you all for the attached. Hold on. I'll get it for you so that you get the right one, because there's a lot of them out there. So I'll get it for you. I hope everybody is doing well. And I want us to start thinking of our self-love lesson. I love you too, A King. Oh, we got some apples that have come in. I'm going to grab those in a moment. Let me get the thing attached for you all. Give me 1 second. So I do audiobooks myself. So I'll give you all the audiobook link. Let me grab this copy. I'm going to send you all my Amazon affiliate link. So if you get it from this link right there, so that it doesn't cost you any extra, but I think Amazon will give me a little credit or something like that. All right. All right. So let me grab these last apples that have come in. And you know what? I must be living in my purpose because things are going so well for me behind the scenes. I got 10 minutes before my thing. And so I'm supposed to be getting these apples. Let me refresh and then go here. No, let me just go here. All right, Carmelita sends $3 and says, thanks for listening from Philly. Thank you, Carmelita, for calling in. Shantea sends $15 and says, for a healthy lunch or smoothie. Thank you so much. All right, well, you know what? This means tomorrow, because I'm fasting today, tomorrow I'm going to go out and get a nice smoothie or healthy lunch. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's get ready for our self-love lessons. What we're going to do is we're going to type, if you want me to read your self-love lesson, I want you to type SLL, right, for self-love lesson. And I want you to type it from the positive affirming. So you're going to talk about what it is that you do want. So your self-love lesson, so like my self-love lesson could be speak truth. Rather than saying don't lie, say my self-love lesson is that I must speak truth. Okay? So let's go ahead and start getting these self-love lessons up. Let me put on a little background music for us. Oh, there's a little bit of a delay, so I got to wait for you all to hear this message. All right. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry, y'all. Oh, I got to drink my water. Because today I am water fasting. Mmm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. I need to go grocery shopping so that I could break my fast with some fruit tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Sugarless says I got to remind myself to give an apple next pay for that statement. Take up space. That hit different. Well, you know what? Send yourself, okay, here. Hey, Alexa, send a reminder to send an apple in 2 weeks. Tell your calendar to set a reminder for you, and it'll be all right. So let's get these self-love lessons. Let me pull up some music so we can have some background music. Today, the music was kind of off. I don't know what was going on today. Let's see. All right, I like this. See, I should have just listened to some old favorites. Okay. I got my meeting. Don't worry. This is an important meeting. Bells couldn't keep me. I'll be there with bells on. Wild horses couldn't keep me. But there is a little bit of a delay, so let's get these self-love lessons. I'm going to tell my self-love lesson. Up front. And so my self-love lesson from today's broadcast is really about standing in my truth. That's my self-love lesson. Because when I say that love is the only truth, I don't expect that most people will understand that, right? So when I talk about that type of stuff, I'm standing in my truth. When I tell a story that has happened to me, when I speak about myself in therapy, I'm standing in my truth. So that is my self-love lesson, that I must remain standing in my truth. Okay? So let's listen. Come on, let's get these self-love lessons up. There's a little bit of a delay, so. Oh. S. Crockett says this was such a gift. Yes, it is a gift. So thank the universe that you were here for this gift, that your ears are working to hear, that your eyes are working to see, and that your fingers are working to type, that your money was working for you to have internet. So let's be grateful and have some gratitude in these moments. So we have 5 more minutes. Let me start getting my link ready for my meeting. Let me get this up. Okay, it is up and waiting. All right. You know what? Listen, while we're waiting for the self-love lessons, let me give you all a little two-step. Not a two-step, but come on. Let's get this. Let's come on. Let me get this here. Come on. Let's come on. And the song ends just like that? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, now the self-love lessons are coming in. All right. The self-love lessons are coming in. Okay. Let's see these self-love lessons. Come on. Okay. I will take up space and not be afraid to do so. Let's take the word not and don't out of our self-love lessons. We're only talking about what we do want. So let's talk about what we do want, okay? No, I'm not drinking any mineral. I mean, I can, listen, let me tell you, I had done, in the beginning of my healing journey, I did 30 days on juice, right? And somebody said, it's too bad that you can't eat. And I'm like, I can eat. I can. What I'm doing is a choice. So can I drink mineral water? Yeah, I can. I am choosing to take a day to honor my body. And so I'm choosing not to ingest anything that needs to be digested. So I'm just choosing to just do straight water. It's not a punishment. There's nothing wrong. I can do whatever I want. I could go down there. Like somebody was like, because I don't eat chicken, right? And somebody's like, it's too bad that you can't have chicken. I can have chicken. Chicken is available. I choose not to. These are choices that I'm making. All right, so I have 3 minutes before my meeting. Shanta missed it. You got to join the text notification squad to get your text. All right, you know what I can do? I have a machine that creates soda. I can do that, but I'm choosing not to even do that. I'm just good with my water. I'm just giving my digestive system a break. Just getting back in touch with the fact that if I don't eat for a day, I'm not going to die. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm doing it for health. So I have 3 minutes. So let's see these self-love lessons. SLL. Let's see self-love lessons. All right. Like I said, there's a bit of a delay. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? Part of loving myself is honoring myself. Part of loving myself is forgiving myself for the relationships I was in where I experienced pain. I want you all to think of the school of hard knocks. You spend 4 years in school. You spend all of this money in the tuition. So when we're in these experiences, just know that you are paying to the universe for that experience. And it is all right. It is all right. I love you all very, very much. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself and keep pushing. Your dreams are true. They are true. If they're meant to be, they are for you. And so let me get out of here. I have 2 minutes before my meeting. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Peace. And remember, don't do anything that you don't want to do. That way, you know when somebody is doing something for you, it's because they want to do it. All right? Don't apologize for being here. Don't apologize for people giving to you. Allow for them to give. All right. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.